Well, guys, it's official. I'm wearing number 9 because, as you all heard, Tony Romo has announced retirement. I'm not very. I think that it was the right choice for Romo because his back, because he has not been able to stay healthy consistently ever since he hurt his back in at the end of the 2013 season. He just couldn't hold up consistently. And so after that last injury last preseason, Dak Prescott took over and and uh, made made the Cowboys fun to watch, and very and the play call it opened the playbook for a lot of other stuff too, because with Romo, him becoming less mobile, the play calling was getting staler every year. With Romo, the play calling was very stale, that we weren't winning many games, and the play calling was really stale. But now I know a lot of people they're gonna bat. He's been bad mouthed a lot throughout his career for choking in do or die games, and rightfully so. I mean, he's put up big passing numbers in the regular season, um, but in the games when the chips are down, he has not been able to, except for two games, the wild card versus Philadelphia in 2009 and the one versus Detroit a couple of years ago. Other than those, he has not delivered in those games when the chips were down. And that's what many people point the finger at him and say he's the reason why we lose. Let me tell you something. Earlier in his career, he had an offensive line that was aged, and the guys were just not he was not getting much help from his offensive line or the running game. And so he had taken a lot more shots because the offensive line was so over the hill and whatnot. But a few years ago, in 2011 we started the rebuilding process for our offensive line by drafting Tyron Smith in the first round, and then at first the offensive line was still not up to par, but in 2014 was when the line really came together, and it showed that this line can really do a lot of damage. And we saw that last year with the emergence of Dak and Ezekiel Elliott. When we can run the ball and set up the pass and be more balanced. It opens up a lot more. With Romo, the play calling was so stale that we knew exactly what plays they were going to run, and it was so predictable and stale. But so want to so I want to say thank you to Tony Romo for your time in Dallas. I mean, you might not have won the big game, but I'm really glad were you were you were in Dallas. You're a class act, and I'm sorry that I'm sorry that your supporting cast failed you on too many occasions to mention. But you're a class act, Tony Romo, and I thank you for your time in Dallas. And we wish you the best in the next chapter, which I heard is going to be CBS. And so now The Tony Romo era in Dallas is officially over. Well, guys, that's a wrap. We'll see you when it comes time to announce the NFL schedule in a few weeks. Thank you, Tony Romo.